Hello everyone, we are 2 days into our 2-week stint pushing to go full-time. The goal is that I hit 1,000 Twitch subs. If I hit that metric, I quit my day job, I go full-time into content creation, and we're making really good stride, but we do need a little bit more help. So if you enjoy live content, I'm live right now at twitch.tv/TLSG Snap. I would absolutely love to have you over there. You can always come back to the video after the fact. But as far as today's video, I've been noticing that we have a bigger percentage of newer players that are starting to kind of get up into the game, check out some of the content. And so I wanted to kind of refresh and rehash a deck that has been strong and solid for months. It has dodged nerf after nerf after nerf, and it's always really decently strong, but never broken. And that is a destroy deck. Something that leans into the null, death, Deadpool can be absolutely deadly. If you hit a high roll with that deck, a lot of times you can beat the other bigger, greedier decks. Not necessarily Living Tribunal, you'll probably struggle there, but everything else, it can pump out enough power that a lot of times it can find a way to win. So during the live stream yesterday, I took this from gold all the way through infinite, and I'm going to select a few of the kind of key matchups that are very common right now that I think it would be valuable to see this deck ran into. But the biggest thing is that this deck does really well into the junk or clutter meta, which we're seeing a lot of, or I'm seeing a lot of in response to Hela. And then it also does decently into Hela because you could maybe slow play it, get a Shang-Chi down. You can kind of try to go higher than their high roll because they don't have any counter cards in play. So you can just go with a big Venom, Null, Arnim Zola line and just outpower what they can do. And so we're going to go ahead and jump over into a couple of games. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. The main idea of the deck is that you destroy stuff, you get really big numbers, and it just goes crazy. We're going to jump over into a couple of games. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. I hope you guys enjoy. Wait, they didn't go Legion. But we can't go Arnim Zola. Oh, man. Otherwise, something like maybe, no, the Arnim Zola would have destroyed Cole Obsidian and then left the Ebony Maw. Oof. Question, what is the emote only chat for? What does it do? So Pyro, it's just a channel point redemption, and it turns off any, like, you can't type any words during that time. You can only send chat that is emotes only. And so it's kind of a 2-minute break where everyone gets to spam emotes, and it's just kind of a fun thing that I like to do. Let's go with the X23. Wakanda location change was rough. Yeah, it was very rough. And then the hydrate. Okay, no, I do have water. I thought I forgot my cup downstairs, but I have an alternate bottle. So we could go Eco Hulkbuster. Throw them both into the same. No, we'll split them up. Copy Carnage. We could have copied Carnage as well, yeah. That we had another destroy lever. I was thinking the extra energy, but I think copying Carnage would have increased the buffed up one that we had. So Goose, Storm, they have Call Obsidian. Definitely a tricky deck for us to face into. Go ahead and destroy the double X23. What's your favorite deck so far? It kind of depends. So I find that I usually like decks until they become super popular, and then I find that I don't enjoy them as much. So like Clutter for the longest time was my absolute favorite archetype to run. That is a beautiful Jubilee pull for him. Super rough for us. I would like to Arnim Zola here, but we can't because of the Goose. We can try a Null into a Hail Mary Arnim Zola. Maybe does it? Probably not, though. I actually played Clog because of you. And we may... The problem is I don't think we get a chance to do the Arnim Zola. If they have a Legion here, and then we're done. It's not a fun combo to play against. Can you show the Clog deck later? Yeah. So the Clog deck is really like an established like 8 to 9 or 10 cards, and then usually there's a tiny bit of flex in there. Ooh, I need to turn off the timer for Mech Arena. The game is still active. I still get support from the download, but we're not sponsored by it today. So, but no, I like Clog or Junk. But whenever it's a deck that a lot of people are actively running, it sometimes loses some of that appeal. I feel like we go ahead and destroy the Carnage. Like, it's not great, but it at least gets our draws going. And then play plain white with the Snap Redemption. Whew. See what we can do. We're either going to be all in or all out really fast. Notice how the Storm deck also is good against Hela? Yeah. But the issue that I found with like this particular type of deck is that if you don't get the like Storm Jubilee or Storm War Machine Legion stuff, it really starts to falter quite a bit. We have extra energy. We can go Deadpool, Hulkbuster. Next turn would be Killmonger. Killmonger taking out the Nebula and Ebony Maw is huge. I think we played into the left. That way, maybe we do Wolverine Venom instead of the Killmonger. 5. To be honest, a card that I actually want to see buffed that needs it is Valentina. Valentina's one that's never found a lot of traction. Like, she's good in a couple of decks if you're already running like Luke Cage or Shadow King, but after that, yeah, she hasn't found a lot of good footing. And then Ben Star 2K, thank you so much for the Prime sub for the 2nd month. Very much appreciate the support. Love having you here. Let's go. Let's go ahead and go Venom. It's gonna let us start snowballing a Deadpool. We have to look out for them doing Legion into what, Crimson Cosmos on 5, because then we could only play like high cost things. I guess we could always throw an Arnim Zola onto Venom or Wolverine, maybe. Let's look at Shang-Chi, which is nice. Deadpool. Wait, or we just do a Null into an Arnim Zola. I'm a little bit torn between these two, because if we destroy Deadpool one more time, we won't be able to play it alongside anything else. But if we destroy this right lane, then we get a pretty good bump as well. Let's try this. I made sure he snapped. Yeah, he sure did. All right, so big Coal Obsidian coming down into mid. Big 28, 36 power Null. And the 16 power Deadpool, and we can do both of them. I always wanted to see Clarice. Hopefully, whenever she gets back, whenever we move them to this house, there will have to be a stream where I just let them come up and hang out in the room while I stream one day. We could do Shang-Chi, but that doesn't really guarantee we win here. A big Null, a big Deadpool. They've already dropped Ebony Maw. Usually their biggest finisher is going to be like in Infinite. And I think that would not be enough for them. Are you streaming full time? Alakion? Not quite yet. So I'm doing a 2-week stretch where I'm seeing if I can hit 1,000 subs. 1,000 Twitch subs is the level that me and my wife agreed upon to be able to make the transition to full time. And so we started yesterday, and thanks to a couple of really big generous donations, and thanks to just a lot of support with like Prime subs and tier 1s, we are over halfway to the goal already. And we started the 2-week spree yesterday. So with Shuri's Lab, definitely afraid of that one. Snap is always scary. And then Chu, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. P. Greenathy said with the Swan change, he's much more playable because now I can Falcon Sasquatch on turn 5. That's true.
Hello.
So go ahead and do Deadpool Venom as well? Or do we wait an extra turn for the Venom line? I think it becomes Deadpool Killmonger. Next turn would be Deadpool Venom. Then we can always throw Arnim Zola onto the Venom last turn, unless... Oh, they're going to hit us with the Legion into the vault, aren't they? Rough. A lot of Snap streamers stream too late. You stream at a great time. So this would be my normal stream time, because it's the corporate or work hours for me in the US. And so it works really well for me and for my family. That way I can wake them up, get them to school, get them to daycare, and then I can stream until there's time for them to get home, and then end it and kind of rinse and repeat. Is Clary still always facing the window? She is. She loves the window. Wait, not a Legion. Okay. We'll take it. Beautiful. So that means we have, what, a 50 power Venom? No Legion would... Actually, we haven't... I guess we haven't seen them have a Legion at all yet. You win, snap back? Yeah, I think we should snap back. Unless they have a Shang-Chi, which I doubt. We're going to go ahead and hit the snap back. And we can also do Arnim Zola. So even if they have Shang-Chi, they can win one lane, but not the others. Goodness. Arnim Zola, the Venom, goes here and here. And then big Deadpool coming into Shuri's lab. Goliath danger? No, it shouldn't be. Not the boomer snap. We're going to be the boomer snap. Shang-Chi, then Shadow King. Don't you put that in the atmosphere. I think there's nothing wrong with it. I guess it's the next one we have scheduled. After that, it would be 2 weeks before a patch. So I'm kind of hoping it creates some kind of meaningful changes in the metagame. But we did also change offices. So we're working on moving from one house to another. Everything is fine at home. Everything is fine with the family, but we rent, and so our landlord at the other house, a hurricane came through. There was some damage to our house, and they didn't fix it. They said it was fine. Everything was functioning. We have a broken window. We have water leaking through the roof, unfortunately, and they said everything was fine. So we found a new place to rent. That's illegal. Yeah, they're also a fence panel fell, and they were back and forth trying to get as cheap of an option. They wanted to replace just one small panel when the whole fence was starting to fall down. Sorry if I should know from the accent. No, you're okay. I live in Texas. I live near the Houston area. But yeah, I mean, we know that they are obligated to fix it, but since they aren't, instead of getting it tied up in like a spat back and forth, we just told them that we were just going to move out, and that we weren't going to renew our lease. And so, long story short, I'm in a new office, and so I have a dedicated stream space now, which is really cool. So we could go Deadpool Venom, bring death down to 1. We'll be able to do death plus Arnim Zola. So the over there is not quite out yet, Zank. There's been a couple of leaks, from what I gather, they're fake leaks. But as far as I know, the real thing hasn't been brought about quite yet. The big crossbones, on the last turn, they can go infinite, but not much more. Huge Shang-Chi potential. Not huge Shang-Chi potential, never mind. So if we did like a death Arnim Zola, that only puts 12 over here, brings us up to 20. So we wouldn't beat what they currently have unless they moved Jeff out. If we threw like a Hail Mary Venom, hoping for the best, we'd still have to play over into the right lane. Oh, we're already in this for 4? Oof. We should not have been in this one for 4. Well, We don't have initiative, so... This brings us up to 27. So we bring them up to 26. We send it. Oh, no, it's Dr. Doom. Wait, no, Dr. Doom is fine, yeah? Woof. Okay, we'll take it. We shouldn't have been able to win that one. Victory. But we found a way. I thought it was the Infinite for sure. I don't think Legion exists in the deck. I don't know. I would say like a Legion and Infinite, but we haven't seen them, so I don't know. Let's go X23, and we're now in a really good spot. We have 3 chances to beat them, unless they beat us 3 times back to back to back. We're in a good spot. Watching everyone lose/win makes me glad I hit Infinite yesterday. Congratulations on hitting Infinite. Always a big one, especially if you don't like play it degenerately like me, where I just play an ungodly amount of time. But hitting Infinite is always a huge like accomplishment. After that, it's just kind of for fun and giggles. After that, you don't really get much more from continuing to play. The storm is kind of tough. I just wanted Snap to give me my Spider-Man card back. Were you able to get your Spider-Man card back? Oh yeah, you hit Infinite. Yeah, no, you got it. So can't play in the left. We can do an early null, but that seems iffy. A lot of cards. Okay, White Widow. That was one of the last 2. We've only not seen 1 card, and I can't imagine a War Machine deck that doesn't run Infinite. And so I'm thinking Legion does not exist in this deck.
Hello.
That's not very big either, though. We could do that into an Arnhem Zola, which then pushes Venom over here. Pushes Venom over here to destroy the Null as well. It's not huge. That's what we're going to go with, though. I don't know if they have Legion or if they have Infinite. Infinite makes more sense to me, though.
Impressive. I definitely need to change my underwear.
And then left Venom buffs Null. Yeah. But this lane becomes very problematic. We can win right, but we lose mid if we send off the Arnhem. Push 12 power to the left. 12, 13, 14, 15. So 12 power takes away the -3, so 15. Bring this to 21. Might win this one. And yeah, it's not a retreat because we're in for the max cubes. So we might as well like see it play out and see what happens.
Hello. So
There's the Infinite we've been missing.
cut off 1 head, 2 more shall take its place.
Be able to just barely squeak it out over here, right? Goodness. Huge.
Victory.
Okay, so we have a decent collection level here. See if we have a good match. I don't see over-the-air updates. So nothing has happened yet, Hydra King. Did they have Null? Harvey, how do they have... How do you know they have Null? I have Miles in my bounce deck alongside Silk. I want Silk to be better, but it's just so chaotic that the 5... You now have like 1 cost 5 powers. So the 2 cost 5 power with a kind of sporadic ability just doesn't feel worth the investment. Go ahead and go Nico, destroy, Killmonger. We take out their Ebony Maw. Looks like we're probably up against another War Machine deck. So they're a deeper collection, so they could actually have the Legion this time around. The Blink as well. But Nico into Electro, which changes into Demon. We're going to take out all 3 of those cards, which is a beautiful start. I think you need a new Null variant. Oh, I do need a new Null variant. I'll look. I don't think I have any. Like I legitimately think that I don't have any other ones in line. We could do Deadpool Death. Let both of them scale, then Venom into mid. It's gonna help us. We've already fed the Null dramatically. That way, if we get X23, we can X23 try to get Null into Arnim Zola line. You said that variant causes mental issues on opponent. This one? As far as pixels go, I don't think this one's an awful one. All right, let's go Wolverine, Venom. We go Kyera. Ooh, Kyera? So this is Zoo deck? Kyera came down a touch too late for him, though. War Machine trying to save their like 6-cost cards as well. Might be some kind of hybrid. And then Snap from the redemption from Wolverine. We'll go ahead and snap into it. The scar is big. Maybe it was a bit hasty. I guess we could go Arnim Zola, right? Push it from here, left, right. Victory. Play base art before pixel. Sometimes I get a good giggle out of playing the pixels. The Null one's not awful. And then Uni with the hydrate reminder. We had the exact same thought. Let's go ahead and put the pressure on. I have 2 ways to activate Miles in the list. So Ghost Spider and Silk. The move bounce hybrid. But it's still very, very underused. I use the Green Goblin pixels, so it's extra insulting to have it on the opponent's side of the board. Oh, you're a savage. Alright, so we have Nico. Let's go Venom. Maybe we get the Destroy spell on Nico next turn. We have to look out for Eternal's Arc. So if we see a Snap come down, because I'm halfway convinced that this is a War Machine deck. That's running like the Madam Web, runs the Scar, Kyera, a couple of other big cards. Ooh, we do get the Destroy spell. What fortunate luck. Let's go Nico, Deadpool, Wolverine. Snap is kind of scary though, because we won't be able to get Null down early. Venom's already on the board. We could try to do like Death Right, which opens up a potential for like Arnim Zola. I lived with a guy. Oh, never mind. You're talking about soccer. Never mind.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
So the big Deadpool. We'll get Killmonger, but it's not going to help us. X23 now is okay. And then War Machine. So they can play into Nova Roma, into Morag as needed. We could do Deadpool Arnim Zola right next turn to push 32 here and 64. No, 32 here and here. As long as X23 doesn't bounce over into the right lane, we would be fine.
Hello.
So X23, as long as it stays left or mid, then we should be able to bring this one home. Legion Morag. Legioning Morag would have been, yeah, would have been good. I'm glad they didn't. If they did, yeah, it would have been a loss. Are any of the activate cards even good though? Hellcow is good. Aranya is decent. She's very playable. Oh, rough.
Definitely need to change my underwear.
Well, I mean, we're not gonna back out of the Gamba. We send it. The 50-50. We're doubling up on the stakes, so might as well. He's just gonna praise the Deadpool gods. Simply win the 50-50, no problem. Absolutely easy. And then Justin Choi, how's it going? It's going really well. Hopefully it's going well for you as well.
Cut off one head.
Huge.
What a game!
As long as they didn't do like a Shang-Chi in one of the other two lanes.
Oh, can you understand me?
Huge. Take it. Calculated. We're just built different. That was a scary. That was a scary Infinite. Nothing can stop the analytics. even if I'm not in data analytics anymore, we always have the analytics running. Let's see if we can bring this all the way home. So still pretty low collection, but not too low that they couldn't have decent resources. We have the Jins that we will be able to play and destroy. I think we go ahead and start stacking some over here. Infinite Conquest is so much more relaxing now that I really don't need to win 5. Yeah. And it's been out for so long at this point that I feel like those that were really heavily like working towards and dedicated towards playing it have filtered out some. And so the over there is in a couple hours. Any leaks on it? Not that I've seen, or not any reputable ones that I've seen. And then Vish with the snap redemption. Our hand doesn't look great. We'll send it. We'll send it anyways. We need a destroy tool. I'm gonna go ahead and skip here. Ooh, we're up against the big Hella. Blade, we lose the Jin. That is not a destroy tool. Not a rough hand. And casually skip 2 turns. Yeah, big tail cow. We'll retreat out of this one. The hand and the draw just did not shape up how it needed to. What are these draws? I don't know. I don't know whose draws these are, but they can't be mine. So Nico Carnage, we draw into additional stuff, but there's no way that we can really get things going this late. So I'm not even going to show them any more of our cards. We're just going to retreat out. So we could Nico, Hulkbuster, get another Nico. And with Gamma Lab, we can always use that like Venom, destroy it, and pull additional things. Or use that to pull that power into other lanes. Almost want to snap it. Because with Hella, they're not going to have a destroy tool, so we can really lean pretty heavily into the Gamma Lab. All right, let's just go Nico. We're not going to go anything else. And then it might be Venom left next turn to generate a 24 power Venom. Not great. Not great at all. Venom, potentially do like an Arnold Zola onto it, push it here and here. We have Shang-Chi to be able to take out any other big cards that potentially get resummoned. Or maybe we just take out their Hulk. Draws aren't fantastic. Let's go ahead and take out the one Hulk, because I don't think we're going to be able to have or dodge priority on the last turn, so we might as well get that down into the Arnim Zola next turn.
Power must be controlled.
Impressive.
Oh my goodness, the Arnim... Forgot about Astrodim. Quickly forgot about Astrodim. This becomes a Gamba at that point, right? It's either that... like this, but I think that's a risk too. For one additional cube, I want to see it play out. And we're going to release you guys from the emote-only jail as we throw our Venom into Oblivion. 29 left, 29 right. Still might not win with the Hell Cow. Oh, Magneto. Magneto ruins us. Yeah. Unless they're stacking to just 2 lane. No. Such luck.
We are the future.
Magneto was rough there. We hit the good flip. Magneto said, no such luck. How many times are you going to get away with that? Too many. we lost our game. Zahn said, giving him some thinking time. Yeah, Nightbot is able to dodge emote only. It's not fair, but it's the way that it is. We did win the Gamba. So, Wolverine. Deadpool is dodging us. You play Hella if you have no soul. You've heard of Husky Puppies, right? He loves Hella. We can duplicate the Hulkbuster. We can also just duplicate Carnage. I think maybe. Oh, what am I doing? My gut goes to Hulkbuster every time. Let's go ahead and duplicate the Carnage though.
Enough said, bub.
Soulless. All right. So the follow-up Carnage is decent. We could use Hulkbuster. Is it too late to start elevating our Deadpool? Goes to 4. We pull it back in. It's only 8. With a destroy on turn number 5.
Hello.
But if we do Deadpool Carnage, we could potentially do, what, 2? We wouldn't be able to do both of these next turn. We could just do the Venom next turn. Carnage, what are you doing over there? I don't know what he's doing hanging out in the middle. There we go. We fixed him. He was just slightly off alignment.
Enough said, bub.
We got a little bit distracted. We just had to reel him back in just that little bit. And so big Hell Cow, that's really all that they'll have to play. Death is going to be 4. I don't know if it's worth it though. Hydrate from Hydra King. I'm going to start calling you Hydrate King. We're going to get the Hydrate reminder. I appreciate you.
Rest in peace.
So big Wolverine, just the Luke Cage.
Victory.
Okay. We'll take the 1. Got to start somewhere. He said, drink up, Hella makes me thirsty. Carnage did think he was in Throne Room for a little bit. Said you really hate seeing Hella in round 5 of Infinite Conquest. Unless we can beat him. There's always a chance that we beat him. Dream Dimension pops up again, unfortunate. So we could... No, we wouldn't get a Destroy again. We would just get an additional Nico. But Deadpool into X23 is nice. we'll be able to do Deadpool plus Hulkbuster next turn, and then start destroying them after that. Solo the Shang-Chi. Clear the Hela summons. That could be a potential line, yeah.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
Then Moscow. I was reading your your chat about Hela decks being for infants. It's, and the thing is, it doesn't have like, from what I've seen, it doesn't have like crazy stats or rates. It's just one that it's really not fun to play into. When Hellcow first changed, it was surprising enough that it did get a lot of wins, but after that, it's a very known deck. This one I think was like 6,000, 7,000, and so being at 6,000, 7,000, like I can give them the go ahead for Hela. Like I understand why they're running it at that point. Let's do Killmonger, and then we could potentially Venom all three next turn. If X23 doesn't go here, then we'll do Wolverine Venom next turn.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
I want Venom to be bigger for the follow-up Deadpool. And then Mr. Chud, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the support with the chat of hello. Welcome in, Mr. Chud. Hopefully you're having a great one. That brings us up to 104 for the day, and so we're almost 60% towards our goal. We're making huge strides in the right direction. Ooh, I forgot about the Dream Dimension. But that's okay. The Dream is alive. We can go Deadpool. We can go Venom. We're going to have the 20 power Deadpool in hand to go alongside a Null. Or we could go Arnhem Zola. We have a really big high roll here. What? It's a Lockjaw Hela deck. We have 2 snoozes that we can use before ads run. So I have 10 minutes to bring this one the rest of the way home before ads are going to be forcibly ran. So I'm going to try. You should snap. I thought I did. No, I did. I snapped earlier. We do get the death. But death is lower than our Deadpool. Oof. Awkward. You know who needs an update? Kang. He does. He very much does. Subscribers only final game. Or do we stack into 2? What have they discarded so far? They've discarded Black Cat, Giganto. They have Hellcow down. The casino of this makes me so nervous. Because it could really flip either way. I'll resummon into a rotation too. So Giganto, the Black... Wait, they didn't activate Hellcow.
Victory.
I don't think we should have won that one, but they forgot to activate Hellcow. Even if they had, maybe it would have been fine here. We'll do the goodness. And then with this, the Infinite flipping in, being just under the range that we had is wild. I've done that before. Me too. Me too. Zola Deadpool. Zola was what, 20? Or Deadpool was what, 20? So it would have only put 20 in 2 lanes instead of a 20 and 25, yeah? Sinister London is also great against Hela. Not for Hela, typically, but against Hela. So I'm going to go ahead and snap it. How could they forget to activate Hellcow? Oof. Kang's new ability, 6 energy, 0 power, restart the game. That would be a rough one. We need some kind of enablers here. Please. Please, some kind of enabler. Nico into the duplicate of Venom. I'm going to go Nico Carnage. That way we take out 2 of their cards. Maybe we destroy their Hela. Maybe we take it off the table. So death is gone. The Wolverine is gone. That's fine.
Peace.
Copy Carnage. Yeah, we're copying Carnage. So Luke Cage. We need a high roll here. We don't need a Lockjaw, a Luke Cage, Kanto. That's not exactly what we wanted. It does help out our potential null. So like a null here that bounces somewhere else is huge. And we don't really worry about initiative. So we could, initiative. So we could always death throw Venom onto it. And then Anthony loves seeing TLSG on when I go to lunch every day. We're trying to make it a much more common occurrence. Double death into double Venom. That's what I was thinking, Mopey. Losing initiative in double Shang-Chi. Could be a play too. Give it a pass for 1 turn. See what happens. So the big Lockjaw. And then big Deadpool. So I want to destroy at least 2 cards. So I could do Death plus Shang-Chi on that final turn. Shang doesn't have enough power. Shang alone does not have enough power, no.
Opponent snapped.
Deadpool Killmonger. It's only still destroying 2 cards. Where's the over there? It should be in a couple hours. You could also...
Hello.
Deadpool Carnage. Brings it down to 2. We'll give it a shot. Big Hell Cow. I'm sure they don't forget to activate it again.
Impressive.
What a game.
Deadpool Carnage left. Could have been. So we would need a good stack. We would need a good stack to make this possible. We're matching RNG BS to other RNG BS. A double null would have been fantastic too. Had we drawn null and it popped here or here, because we took out their Giganto and a couple of other cards, but Infinite, Magneto, not the stuff we want to see. Blade, then the Hela.
Minions to me.
We are the future.
Minions to me.
Power must be controlled.
We need Death to go mid. Death mid and we win.
Victory.
So some days it falls in your favor. And today is one of those days. My goodness. And so we bring home the Infinite Conquest. I do feel a little bit bad about that one because they're a relatively low collection level player. If I was in their shoes, I'm probably running Hela as well, because it's one of the most cohesive decks you can get with a pretty restrictive collection level. TLSG when the RNG hits.